Hello everyone, this is Taria, Goddess of Earth. I hope y'all are having a beautiful, blessed day. So today we have the Tower. Now I want to let you guys know that when we get done with today's lesson with the Tower, I'm going to be showing you guys how to use white candles for protection as well as spiritual aid. Okay, for divination, protection, and calling upon the spirits as well. Okay, white is used for protection. Okay, now we're gonna do this when we get done with our lesson. You guys, I've had a heck of a time all weekend. I have been trying to get all those sheets where I can like do like a what's it called, a slideshow for you guys, and I found some of the coolest stuff, and it's about to kill me. I cannot figure out how to do it for the life of me. But you guys, if you are able to go to Pinterest, go, because I'm going to tell you something. They have, I mean, I had some of the coolest tarot spreads. They even had one for a cat, for animals, you know, doing a spread, wanting to know what your animal's thinking about, or, you know, and I think that's really, really cool. And a lot of easy spreads that you guys could be, you know, using daily to practice with as well. And I tried using my laptop because it has a big screen and getting the camera, and it won't do it. It's if it's not one thing, it's another. But I'm gonna figure something out. I'm gonna get that to you guys, I promise. All right, yes, my torch. We're going to use that with this candle. Now, it can be any kind of white candle you guys want. Whatever. It could be a 7-day candle. It could be a huge white candle. It doesn't matter, okay? And I love glitter. I love making, you know, candles pretty. And since we're doing like protection and divination, I figured we could use some violet, some purple, you know, that is that energy of our third eye, okay, our crown chakra. So we could put a little bit of blue and a little bit of purple in there, and it'd make it really, really pretty. And it's the intentions. It's the intentions that you're putting in it. So when you're thinking about putting that in there, you're thinking about your third eye being open and your crown chakra is open and receiving communication from the divine, and, you know, you seeing clearly. All right, so I'm just going to leave this right here. Okay. Tower. All right. So let's see here. I hope you guys have had a wonderful weekend. I have. I've been very busy gathering all this stuff up just to find out that there's, I can't, that I cannot get it uploaded. It's just, it's something else, you guys, I tell you. All right, we have the Tower. Sudden shock, destruction, questioning beliefs, and chaos. The Tower is a card of shock and chaos. The structures and systems you built in your life are being shook up. Assumptions you've taken for granted are going to be thrown into question. Excuse me. You are going to be forced to think in a brand new ways. This card could indicate a surprising event, such as being laid off, discovering a betrayal, an unexpected pregnancy, winning the lottery, or unexpected expenses, like home or car repairs. Someone could have an emotional outburst. This card may just be a reminder to set aside a little money each month, just in case, to have your emergency supplies ready, to have a plan in case of a fire or a vehicle breakdown. Think through what would happen in the worst case situation and prepare as much as you can. As advice, the Tower is telling you to shake up your life. Take a look at your deeply held assumptions. Do they still serve you? Get outside of your normal mode of thinking by taking a trip, getting rid of old belongings, trying something new, or exploring a new philosophy. Drastic changes are required in your life. Alright, so the Tower is associated with the number 7. Sevens represent forces that must be dealt with that are beyond one's control. This number signifies spiritual life, looking within, wisdom, and the larger meaning of a situation. With this number comes a time for calling upon one's deepest inner resources in order to overcome challenges. 7 is the number of the crown chakra, which is the chakra of knowing, unity, and the infinite. 7 is associated with the Chariot and the Tower. Alright, the element it's associated with is fire. Fire is one of the 4 classical elements in ancient Greek philosophy and science. It was commonly associated with the qualities of energy, assertiveness, and passion. The direction of fire is south. Now, the planet that the Tower is associated with is Mars. Mars is the 4th planet from the Sun in the solar system. The planet is named after the Roman god of war, Mars. It is the planet of physical energy, action, assertiveness, willpower, and temper. Now, the Tower is associated with the 1st chakra and the 6th chakra, okay? The colors are black, yellow, red, and gray. And the crystals are obsidian, chrysocolla, garnet, ruby, magnetite, and hematite. And I'm going to hold this up, you guys. Remember to, don't forget about the symbolism, all right? There we go, just that cloud. And then all right. Okay. All right, so now the Tower would be associated with Aries, okay, the sign of Aries, because of the planet Mars, okay. That's where they have association, okay. Now, the Tower. The card warns against delusions of grandeur and a lack of steadfastness. It can come to upheavals, but at the same time, there is the penetrating yet gentle encouragement to dispense with one's ivory tower existence when the right time has come. Now, the spiritual experience. It says, Pentecost, the direct communication from heart to heart. As the card of the day, put in all your energy and breathe in and out consciously. For love and relationships, the more you can act consciously and directly, the more you will experience love. Be protected against aggressive demands. For success and happiness, live your development as if it were an experiment. Keep your eyes open. I like that. All right. Keywords: change, freedom, upsets, destruction of the old. The Tower usually depicts a fortress-like structure similar to those remaining from medieval times in parts of Europe, being destroyed by fire or lightning. In some decks, including the Raider White-Smith deck, the Tower's crown is being blown off by a fiery impact. The blast catapults human figures out of the windows, like the Death card and the Devil. The Tower tends to engender fear when it comes up in a reading. However, the Tower does not necessarily represent ruin and devastation, although its appearance usually does herald swift and dramatic change. Sometimes shocking and extremely upsetting change. Many people interpret the tower as signifying catastrophe, but whatever disruption or destruction it heralds, it's ultimately for the best. And then it says September the 11th, the tower's graphic imagery played out in our own lives during the 9/11 attacks on the World Trade Center. That physical event depicts literally what the frightening card shows, something the tarot's early artists could not have imagined. The tower often represents collapse of a social order or established system. The New York's Twin Towers were symbols of established wealth and power. In an instant, the attack changed the way Americans thought about their position in the world. When this card appears, it usually means you've ignored or denied something that's rotten and needs to be blown apart. You're probably surprised, but you shouldn't be. You knew changes were necessary, but you refused to take them. Then something happens, losing a job, the end of a relationship, an accident, a financial setback that forces you to face reality. Big time. Your life is collapsing around you, but that old, worn-out structure had to go. The tower demands you free yourself from the self-created fortress in which you've imprisoned yourself. In the wake of chaos, a new order can grow. All right, in a reading about money, this card heralds a major change in your finances. An unexpected loss or setback may cause you to reassess your attitudes about money and perhaps free you from your attachment to wealth, status, possessions, and the related responsibilities. If the reading is about your work, the tower may represent a sudden job loss or change in your workplace. Yes, you're shocked and you feel the rug's been pulled out from under you, but this may be exactly what you need to escape the walls that trapped you. In a reading about love, this card suggests you need to overthrow false ideas, old habit patterns, and outdated ways of relating to a partner. A breakup or major change in a relationship is necessary and imminent. With it will come more freedom. And then it says down here at the bottom underneath it, the collapse of the tower is echoed in description of shamanic initiation, where the candidate experiences in a vision a symbolic dismemberment whereby his body is stripped down to its bones. Wow, that's something else right there. All right, so let me go ahead and do a recap before we get started with the candle. I hope you guys have been recapping every day, or at least, you know, studying all of them. You really have to. All right, so we've got justice, all right, the energy of Libra coming through here. So clarity, foresight, discovery of truths. This could represent a legal situation, especially if it has to do with finances or criminal. You know, oftentimes when this shows up, it represents there will be compromises and agreements made, okay? Now, it depends on what energies and what comes through your intuition as well, okay? Now, good karma. What you've put out, the universe is giving it back, okay? So, this is a pretty nice energy to get when it's positive, all right? Now we have the Hanged Man. This is the energy of taking a step back and seeing a situation or another person from a different point of view, okay? This also is that energy of gaining mystical empowerment. This is where you're discovering truths, okay, that is allowing for you to maybe release and let go of things that you don't need anymore, maybe addictions, habits, anything done out of moderation. Now you're willing to release them and let them fall away. I also feel with the Hanged Man, you know, this is definitely understanding things in a different way, okay? And I feel like it's more in a spiritual way, being able to remove yourself and your feelings in order to be able to look at something without judgment, okay? It's that, you know, I feel like there's, people get mad when the Hanged Man comes up, and the Hanged Man is really a good energy. It really is. They get upset because it does represent sometimes patience, okay? It can represent stagnation as well. All right, so we have death. All right, this is Scorpio energy. You know, this is the phoenix rising from the ashes right here. This can represent, you know, going through the dark night of the soul. You know, definitely facing your shadow side, facing your fears in order to bring about growth in your life, okay? It allows for you to dump emotional baggage that you don't need anymore, so you can go through that transformation, that shift that's going to transition you into a new beginning, okay? And it's going to be a successful new beginning because it's a rebirth. Out with the old, in with the new, you guys. That's what I'm getting. Temperance, the energy of Sagittarius right here. I love temperance. This is you know, can represent you balancing your energies, balancing relationships, okay? You believing in yourself and what you're creating right here. This is the spiritual alchemical energy as well. This is you doing inner alchemy, all right? It can represent doing the great work. It also represents having, you know, balance between the spirit realm and the material realm, okay? You can bring them into balance, and that's why you can be the alchemist right here. I'm also thinking compromises whenever this energy comes up as well. You may need to compromise with your partner or with your kids, okay, to get relationships balanced as well. You know, when this shows up, it says it's important to go ahead if something's happened, you've had a rift or disagreements, to get it handled, you know. And this is, it's a powerful energy. It's beautiful. You know, doing the inner work, you guys. And that's no easy task. We all know that. All right, we've got the devil, the energy of Capricorn. All right. You know, the devil is a very materialistic energy. This could also represent somebody that is really sexually driven, okay? This can represent toxic relationships. This can represent you being around somebody that is toxic, okay? A lot of times when the devil shows up, it shows up because there's something you need to look at that is holding you back, okay? Something that's, I mean, if you'll notice, the man and woman, they're bound, they're tied, that they could break free. They could, you know, break free if they wanted to, okay? So this could be an addiction. This could be anything that's unhealthy, and it doesn't even have to be unhealthy, but you're doing it out of moderation, okay? Or you think you have to have it. It has a hold on you, okay? And you don't want anything to have a hold on you. All right. And the devil, you know, sometimes can represent you need to just put your hair down, go have a good time, and worry about everything else the next day, okay? You know, a lot of times this shows up when people are working really hard and they're not getting no play time, okay? They're not enjoying, you know, the money that they're working so hard for. And, you know, you need to have fun, all right? Enjoy what you make. Then we have the Tower. Shock, shakeups. You know, I look at this as like breaking down bad habits, all right? And, you know, releasing anything or anyone that's no longer serving you. And this will help you go through that emotional breakthrough that's needed, okay? So you can start to rebuild. Whenever there's a tower, you want it to go. You want it to go ahead and fall so you can start rebuilding and rebuilding something that is going to be solid, all right? It's going to be unshakable. Now, the Tower can represent at times exciting good news. Like it said in the book, it happens very quickly. It changes your life, but it, you know, it was because something amazing happened. Now, another thing with the Tower, I'm going to tell you guys something. When I used to do my readings a lot for myself, and I would get the Tower, and it would just keep popping up, I would go ahead and sacrifice something myself, okay? A lot of, I know a lot of people that do that, because you always want to be the one giving something up instead of, you know, the universe coming and taking something, okay? Because that happens to wake us up. But if you are aware, okay, that something needs to change, and you're willing to sacrifice something, okay, that's going to, and I say this, you know, if you know what it is, then you know you need to work on going ahead and taking care of it before it unexpectedly happens. But if you are sacrificing something that has nothing to do with it, it's like putting a Band-Aid on a cut, okay? That's only going to work for so long. And I'm telling you, the universe will come and change and move things around for you if you don't do it yourself. And I hope you guys understand what I mean by sacrificing something of yourself. I've done that to try to put off, like when I knew I used, you know, I'm trying to think of an example here. Like drinking pop, okay? Let's do drinking pop, for example. Needing to give up pop or sugar, right? You know, I would be like, okay, I'm going to give up my honey buns, okay? And then I would just make up for the sugar that I was missing, because I was used to getting sugar in my honey buns. So I would just drink more pop or put more sugar in my coffee, you know, and it's like it made me want it more. So sometimes that does work, and sometimes it doesn't. I got a really bad UTI, and it was all that pop, you know, and so I quit. And I quit the sugar as well in my coffee. I don't do none of that anymore. But, you know, it takes things, you know, you shouldn't have to go to the doctor or get something wrong with you in order for it to shake you up to do something, okay, for yourself. It's kind of like, love yourself enough. Don't make me come in and have to, you know, clean everything up and shake your world up so you will do something, okay? Show the universe that you love yourself enough that, hey, I can do this myself, all right? And I guarantee you make a sacrifice like that, okay? When you see it coming and you go ahead and you're like, okay, let's do this. You get rewarded, you guys. You get rewarded. The universe rewards you on how you vibe, your frequency. And if you love yourself, all right, and you just think you're everything, so does the universe, because it feels that energy, okay, that frequency. So it blesses you. It's important to know. All right. So I've got a couple of herbs here, okay? I use blessed thistle in just about all of my stuff because it's protection and it's spiritual aid as well. But you always like to have a herb that's going, especially if you're doing divination, working, you know, with cards, spirits, okay? White is for protection. Now, like I said, you guys can use any kind of white candle that you want, okay? Now, I'm going to show you several different ways. Now, if you had a big 7-day candle, I would say poke 3 holes in it, you know, pretty, where's my deal at? Not real big holes, but you know, get down in there, because that's where you're going to want to put, you know, your herbs and stuff. You want them, or if you're using moon oil, you'll want to use that as well. Now today we're not using any oil for this. This is just going to be, I'm keeping it simple, okay? Tea light candle, any white candle. I've already cleansed these with, I sprayed them a little bit with some Florida water. You can rinse them off with water. You can visualize it as well. Now, setting your intentions with, you know, protection. We've got the blessed thistle right here. This is to protect me while I do the divination, okay? And I say all of this out loud when I am dressing a candle as well. Everything, it's, you know, what you're using, you need to speak it, okay? Give it meaning, that's its purpose, and that's what it's going to do, all right? So I'm not even going to get my Mortal and Pestle out, because I usually don't with stuff like this. Get you a little pinch, since this is a tea light candle, okay? I'm also using dandelion, and this is good for divination again, and calling upon spirits to help you, aid you, okay? Now, there we go. I'm just giving you guys a simple version because I know y'all keep asking, and I've been so busy, okay? I'm still using this. Now, you see this? You see that? You can even poke holes in that as well. And you know what? I'm going to, let's see here, me and my glitter. I'm going to use, we're going to use, all right, we're going to use some blue to represent clear sight, clear vision, okay? That third eye chakra being open, okay? See how pretty that is? All right. Now, for candles like this, and you can use the other big candles. I should have got one out. I'm going to show you a quick, easy way, okay? So I'm not using any oils, okay? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take some blessed thistle, all right? I'm going to lay it out right here. Can y'all see? Here we go. Can you see it? Let me move that. There we go. I hope you can. All right, less thistle. All right, I'm going to try to, there we go. In big pieces. Okay, that should be enough. Some dandelion. Right. And this is really good for when you're not using oil, you know, where the candle doesn't have anything that's going to hold the herbs and stuff on it, all right? So let's crunch this up the best I can. There we go. And you don't even have to use all this. If you have a white candle, set your intentions for protection, okay? You know, use, if you have glitter, you know, you can use gold or silver glitter for, you know, protection from the archangels. You know, you can use the blue for, you know, your third eye, being able to see clearly. You get my drift. You don't have to have, and, you know, I'm telling you this because I don't believe in using other people's spells, okay? I've never done that, and I don't understand why somebody else would want to do it either. What makes it so potent and powerful is you creating it, okay? And you setting your intentions in it. Now, there's many other herbs you can use, okay? Whatever, if you can Google it, all right? The herbs that are for protection, okay, if you don't know. But for me, I use whatever I got, and I set my intentions. I let the herbs know what they're being used for, and that's what they're, you know, what they're going to do, okay? That what they're going to produce, help produce, all right? So it's all about intention, you guys. Intention. Now, let's see if I can do this without making a big old mess. And my little torch won't work for some reason. All right, so here we go. I hope you guys can see. Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. Throw it on there. Perfect. Okay. And see? Just as simple as that. Alright, and that's when you don't have any oil or anything that's going to hold your herbs through. You can put just a little bit of heat on the candle and it'll stay. Alright, so there you guys, there you go. I should have put some glitter on that. That would have been really pretty as well. But I didn't, so alright. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. I believe we have the star. Yeah, it's the star tomorrow, okay? Alright, I will see you guys tomorrow. Alright, I hope this helped you. You guys, please let me know if you want more of this. Let me know what you want, alright? Bye-bye, everyone.